Hey, what's going on, peeps? My name is Rex and we're back with some more World of Warcraft. On the last episode, we completed all the quests in Sen'jin Village and pretty much destroyed all the humans in Zero Guard Keep. Although whether that is complete or not, I guess is probably not part of the story as of yet, because the orcs told me that even though our quest there is not fully completed, we have to move on because there are more pressing matters. And, well, we're gonna see what those pressing matters are. But before that, we're gonna name our pet. You guys give me some great suggestions, and I feel like the one that makes the most sense, and is something that I actually didn't think about for whatever reason, is that we can actually name our pets just like Rexar did, since it kind of makes sense with the whole... See, I don't know if it's a theme, if it's going to be a theme, but I guess it is now. Since our character's named Rexar after all. We're gonna name our pets like he named them. So, Rexar actually has a boar, and the name of his boar is Huffer. So we're gonna use that. You can find this pet on Hearthstone. If you do Animal Companion and you summon a boar, you will notice that the boar is named Huffer. It's a brown boar, the one that Rexar has, but this one will do for now. We will probably get a bigger one eventually, but for now it'll have to do. Rexar actually owns a bear, a owl, a wyvern, a boar, and he used to own a wolf. So if we get those pets, I'm sure that we'll name them accordingly to what he named them. But if we get something different, I guess that's when I'm gonna start, you know, I either taking suggestions, or I actually do have a name that I want to use at some point if I get something that is not one of those. So, yeah, whenever that happens, I guess we'll do that. So, let's go to Gale here and see what she has to say.
Yeah, what do you want?
Hey, handsome, welcome back. You wouldn't mind running another errand, wouldn't you? I'd be ever so grateful. I hear you're headed off to the shore east of here. The beach is filled with crashed ships, and those ships have gnomish tools in them. Tools that I can use. Alright, so we're gonna scavenge some tools, because apparently she asked us nicely, and that's just how we roll. I love how trolls look like in cat form. It's so much better than it used to. It used to be so ugly. I'm still waiting for them to fix how we look, because my main character is a druid. Can't wait for them to fix how we look in aquatic form. That thing is so old.
Blood and thunder.
Now that those humans are out of our hair for a bit, we can move on to more pressing matters. The cataclysm utterly decimated Duergar's eastern coast. You saw the wreckage that it made on Zero Guard. The devastation was even worse on the coast to the east of here. It's not even a coast. It was just a little river. Like, it's just a river. It's not really a coast, but you can see it's like a marshland now. After the first wave, the beach was overtaken by angry elementals that came from the sea. Oh wait, is he talking about the coast to the... Oh, he's to the east of here, so he's talking about here. Like this whole section over here. Alright, my bad, I'm sorry. I sent grunts to take care of it, but the onslaught was too much. I'm guessing you'll have a little bit more luck than they did. Beware the tides. Sorry if I got a bracelet and it keeps hitting the table. But, there we go. There we go. We have some quests that we can do. I'll see you guys over there. Alright, here we are. So you can see the boats, how they crashed into the shore and pretty much destroyed half of the keep. We saw that in the last episode. Now we're supposed to scavenge a little bit and kill some elementals. Foaming sea elemental slains. We're gonna have to do a lot of those. And there are also going to be some orcs that are going to be scattered around, and we're gonna have to heal them. It's not a quest that they gave us specifically, but we can get them by helping them. It's one of the cool things that World of Warcraft does. You kind of get quests on the field if you do the right things, and we're gonna experience that in just a bit. Let's open here. Some gnomish tools, gotta get 4 of those, and it shouldn't be a problem to kill this foaming elementals. Our damage is pretty damn high, and we have Hoffer here to help us out, so it'll be okay. Let's go ahead and see how much damage we can deal to these guys. Elementals tend to be fairly bulky, just in general. Not to us, it's not. It's not a problem at all. I don't see any of the orcs though, because this guy is just throwing things. That's hilarious. What the fuck? The pilgrim. I don't see any of the orcs. He's been picking them up though, so it's going to be a problem. So we gotta get a lot of those if I remember correctly. Alright, well, the tools have been gotten. So now we just gotta kill a bunch of these. There we go. Use our buff. Literally one-shot at him 50. That was an amazing crit. Now, elementals for the most part are going to be evil, and it's kind of a it's kind of a thing. You'll see a lot of elementals that are the ones that are good are just the ones that are summoned by shamans, and those are the ones that are kind of like at peace, I would say. But most elementals are bad, and the reason they're bad is because their masters, for whatever reason, they're against the creators. It forms part of the upbringing of the world here of World of Warcraft, and it's something that I've always kind of never understood. There's probably a reason, I just don't quite know it yet, but the Elemental Lords, the Elemental Lord of Fire, Earth, Water, and Air, they were against the guys that created the world. And when the Old Gods came, and the creators came to try and stop the Old Gods, the Elementals fought against the Makers. And that's why they were banished into this crazy elemental plane, and now they're like stuck there forever. And since then, you see a lot of elementals that are just kind of evil against the races of Azeroth, and it's always been odd to me why that is the case. But I just remembered on the last episode I talked about mojos, and I was asking you guys what mojos were, and some of you guys had some very interesting answers. I actually had to look it up online on Wikipedia because I was just extremely curious as to where the word comes from. There's an orc there on the floor. We're gonna pick him up in just a second. I'll never see my husband again. Jesus. Alright, I'll be there. Just a second. So here we go. So just by picking him, I'll come back to what I was talking about just a second. You've got to help us. The elementals, they're stronger than they look, and they come in waves. Literally in waves. Many of my fellow grunts lay dying on the beach. If you could save them, I would be grateful. So there you go. Just by picking one up, you get the quest, which is kind of nice. But anyways, I was super curious, so I went on to look what a mojo is, and apparently... So what a mojo is, it's like, imagine there's like a shamanistic spell, like an old school African voodoo spell, right? Like, say that the spell is, collect me the finger bone of a toddler and combine that with pepper and paprika, and if you do this, you'll live a longer, prosperous life, right? So what the Africans would do is that they would grab this spell, right, or this what they would think would make a spell, and they would put it on a little bag. On a little flannel bag, and they would keep it with them because that's what they thought would make them stronger or live longer or whatever. Now, that's what you call a mojo. So a mojo would be the concoction that would make a spell inside of a bag, and that's a mojo. So when the troll told us to look for his mojos, I guess that's what he wanted us to get, just a bag containing a bunch of random ingredients that would make a spell. How interesting is that? That's super cool. So that's pretty much what voodoo is, I suppose, just this crazy-ass concoctions and them carrying them and burning them, creating these fumes that would make them see or do crazy shit. I find that so interesting, to be honest. But a lot of you guys were also talking on the chat about where the races come from, and I find it also very interesting because some of you guys were saying that, yeah, like the Taurens are supposed to be Native Americans, right? And it makes sense. You see a lot of totems, and it's more akin to Native Americans from North America because the totems are made out of wood. I'm almost positive that the totems that the Mexicans used to do, the Aztecs and the Mayans, they used to be stone totems, but the ones that North Americans did were wooden. I mean, someone that is better at history can probably correct me on that, but that's why you would think that the Taurens are North American natives, right? So the trolls are probably more akin to Mayans and Aztecs because they're more akin to stone totems, and you see that especially with like their gods, right? So when you go to the Sandalayan troll tribes and you see their gods, the names of the troll gods in World of Warcraft are literally taken from Aztec and gods, which is cool. It's especially the whole sacrificial thing, like they sacrifice trolls and all of that. It's literally the same as South American Native Americans.
Interesting.
But I thought it was cool. You really know how to treat a girl. You know that? If you ever need anything. Well. Oh, sweetie, I just remembered. My very good friend Funk works in the guard tower in that cliff, just to the northwest of Razor Hill. He said something about a river overflowing, lots of work to be done, and so on. I wasn't really paying attention. I was turning into those deep brown of his. What's up with this girl? Being single must be harsh on her.
Out there.
I would say. Alright, so we gotta report to Thunk, which by the way is an awesome name. Do we get any abilities at levels A? We got Concussive Shot. I'm gonna put this on 6. I like 6. So, Dex is a target, slowing movement speed by 50% for 6 seconds. It's pretty good. Keeps people away from you. It's especially good in PvP when you're trying to get those nasty rogues and warriors away from you. It's fantastic.
Strength and honor.
For the most part, we're not gonna use it on PvE because Hover should be able to take care of problems. I've been sent to investigate the presence of more Burning Blade agents here in Durotar. To the northeast, you'll find a cave where the organization trains their new recruits. I'm interested in what exactly they're teaching these neophytes. That sounds like a racist term or something. Neophytes. I only tell you this because you seem to be looking for work. If you're interested in a little coin, sack the cave and return with their spell scrolls. Their cave is somewhat hidden. Exit Razor Hill from the east and follow the canyon. Yeah. I always found had trouble trying to find a cave because naturally you will try to follow the road and then you see that little, see, I don't know how well you can see it, but it looks like you can't see my mouse, damn it. To the east of the Burning Blade squares here, you see it's almost like a path that should be leading there, but it doesn't actually. The cave is on this upper side of the canyon, not on the bottom side, so you can't actually reach if you follow straight into the hole in that canyon. It's very hard to find it. So he does speak truth in that sense, I suppose. Oh, we got a hunter trainer. Used to be able to train your abilities in the hunter trainers. You wouldn't just get the abilities naturally like we just got, like we just leveled up and automatically get the spell. You used to have to go to the trainer and he would have to teach it to you for some coin. That's why you see a lot of trainers just kind of scattered around the world, just specifically for that. Nowadays, there's really no use for them other than, you know, resetting our spells and learning dual specialization. The scent of the sea hangs about you, Rexar. Your efforts may have purchased another day for Razor Hill. I'll pass word of your deeds up to my chain of command. You have our gratitude. I've already spoken with several orcs that have returned from the beach. All of them told me that you were the one who saved them. You've done a noble task today, Rexar. Loktar Ogar for the Horde. Cool. So we get some mail. For whatever reason we get mail. We're not gonna be used. I don't think we use mail until level 40. That's when we get the mail specialization. So look forward to that. We got another quest, which is up here in the scouting tower, which I'm guessing is Thunk. We're gonna be able to look through his binoculars. We're gonna see how the marshland looks like. I'm not sure which one to do first. If we should go to the marshland or we should do the cave with the neophytes. I love that word. But yeah, from here we should be able to see how bad the flooding is here. Thunk is waiting for you at the top of the tower, Hunter. Cool, cool. Yeah, looks how it looks like. Or look how it looks like. It used to be all barren and deserted, really. And now it's a literal marshland. It's pretty much like Dustwallow Marsh, except just kind of brighter, I guess. It used to be so beautiful. This is not what the orcs wanted when they moved here. They wanted the arid kind of desertic style wasteland. And now they got this. Too bad.
Speak, friend.
Gail sent you. Did she say anything about me? Oh, he's in love. Well, sorry to tell you, but she's kind of a whore. The recent cataclysmic events have done more than wash a few boats into our shore, Hunter. The South Fury River has overflowed, and Durotar's entire western basin is now flooded. There are still people out there. I've been searching for a while, but haven't been able to find anything. Would you mind using my telescope and taking a look for yourself?
May your blades never dull.
May our blades never dull. So we're gonna take a look at the basin, and since we're way better than Thunk at looking for people, we're gonna be able to perfectly see where the survivors are. Yeah, there's one. In what seems to be a house that has been overtaken by the flood. Poor fella. He's hanging by the, No, he was screaming. That's sad. He's hanging by the racer, what do you call those? The, oh my god, the racer... Quillbores. Quillbores is what you call them. Jeez, kind of spaced out there for a second, sorry. Yeah, so he's stuck there by the Quillbores. Now we got another house that has definitely being overflowed by the water. And I believe that's where you find an old lady, so we're gonna have to go ahead and help her. It takes forever for the telescope to like get out of this thing. Just looking at the house. Okay, well, that's the second one, and then there's this. Now this looks like... This guy doesn't look like he's in trouble at all. Oh, that's where the girl is. It really doesn't look like she's in trouble, so I don't even know what we're doing here. But that's a cute little boar over there. Little baby boar. There we go. So she's Misha. Literally named just like our bear is going to be the famous bear of Rexxar. And I'm guessing the last one. Thought it was the last one, but I guess not. Let's see. Where is this guy? So we got what seems to be a blue troll, a greenish blue troll with blue hair. Just chilling there with the snakes. Just gasping, just relaxing, stretching. And we're just staring very creepily. Alright, cool. There you go. That's not who I wanted to talk to. I see. So the trick is that you need to put the little end of the spyglass up to your eye. I'll remember that piece of information. You are the worst scout. Are we paying this guy to scout for us? He doesn't even know how to hold a binocular. Holy crap. We're gonna die here, guys. My post is here in the tower, Rex. I don't think you deserve to be here, buddy. I need someone to go out there and help the people who are still trapped in the river's overflow. Can I count on you? Sure. Because that's what a scout should be doing, but I guess he has better things to do than scouting. Anyways, we could do that, but I'm gonna do the cave first, because I want to fight some neophytes, because I want to see what that's all about. We got what is probably the best shield in terms of looks in the game. That looks amazing. I like it. I want to try and see if I can duel this guy, but I think he's already fighting. Is he fighting with the girl? Oh, there they are. Let's see who wins. The throwing rope. Oh my god, he got destroyed by a level 56. Well, no surprise there, buddy. What are you doing with your life, dude? You need to bolster your ego that badly. Let me duel with this guy. I need the achievement. Oh, he was getting the achievement, right? For the duel. We need to win it. Oh, there he is. We go. Look, let's do this. So he's gonna attack me. At that point, I should probably concussive shot to try and get away, but I don't have any stuns, so he's gonna be up to my face, and I don't think I'll be able to really stop him. Let's see if I can find him though. I'm just alt-tabbing. Not alt-tabbing, I'm just tabbing. Alt-tabbing would pretty much screw me over. Oh my god! So I got my cooldown. Oh, he has throw. I'm screwed, dude. I am so screwed. He has so much HP, dude! I can't even... Evasion just wrecks me. Holy shit, how much HP do you have? He has literally 3 times my HP. 828 versus 288. That is insanity. Alright, well, that's what happens when you mess with someone just pimped out to hell with heirlooms. Holy crap. So heirlooms are pieces of equipment that you can get when you're max level by doing dungeons and achievements and quests and doing things with your guild and whatever, but there are pieces of equipment that you can actually equip to your low level characters to help them level faster, so they actually scale with your level. So you equip them with their like level 1 and then they level up with you, so you never have to remove them. And they're extremely overpowered, so they're made for you to have an easy time leveling, and they even give you bonuses to your experience. So you get like, I think you can get up to, see, I don't know anymore. You used to be able to only have the shoulders and the chest, I believe. I mean, in terms of equipment, you can get a weapon too, but you would be able to, I think it was a chest and a shoulder, and it would give you, fuck, I don't remember anymore, but it would give you like 20% if you had both items. But now I believe you can get a helmet and even, see, I don't know anymore. It's been so long. You could get trinkets before too that would heal you whenever you would kill enemies, so it would make sure that you were always topped off, and that's back then when it used to be a lot more difficult to level up. Even still, I mean, it used to be, it was not as hard as back in vanilla WoW level 60s where that was a mess, but when you start to get the heirlooms, I think it was Wrath of the Lich King, so that was level 80 or so. Leveling was easier, but it was still not as easy as it is now, so it was appreciated. But yeah, anyways, he's just pimping with heirloom, so there's just no way that I could defeat him. 3 times my HP is a little bit too much. Now that being said, I definitely took more HP out of him than I have HP, so I probably would have killed him if it didn't have that much. Then again, he also used evasion very late. If I'd have used it earlier, then it wouldn't have been the case. I wouldn't have taken that much HP out of him. He should have definitely used it earlier. I don't know why he took so long. But my other mistake was I used my second round of concussive shot when he was still on evasion. I should have waited until his evasion ran off before I used concussive shot, because maybe it would have given me some more time to survive. But we're here theory crafting about a battle that I would have never won anyway, so I guess it doesn't really matter. So let's fight some burning blades. These guys are fanatics of the of demons, to the point where they're actually fighting against Thrall. It's I don't know exactly the story and what are the politics behind this guy specifically being against the orcs as they are, you know, with Thrall and the Horde. But they're not a big fan of Thrall in general. They're probably to the point where they're being... See, the thing about orcs is that they don't necessarily are against demons, per se. You know, especially if you're a good warlock, that's very much appreciated, and you will find good warlocks in Orgrimmar, and that's perfectly fine. We don't hate them or anything. The thing is, you have to understand that orcs are very sensitive when it comes down to being servants of orcs, of demons. Because they already went through that shit. They were servants of the demons, and they were controlled by the demons, and that's why their skin is green, because they were infected with the blood of the demons. And that's a big, sad chapter. I'm stealing enemies from this guy. I feel so bad now. Oh no, that's Hoffer! Sick! That's Hoffer. I thought he was like another person. I was stealing his shit. This is a better look for you, buddy. That's you look good. that's funny. So yeah, it's, you know, orcs are a little sensitive about the whole, you know, being controlled by demons and dealing with stronger demons. So it's understandable that they would be against using demons in general for more than just as lowly servants. But I should definitely read a little bit more on that and see where the real politics kind of start with the Burning Blade, where they stand and where Orgrimmar stands against them. I guess we can do Hearthstone, we can deliver this quest and see if we get something else. So we're done here. Soul Scar.
Blood and thunder.
The scroll strikes are the scrolls. This is quite interesting. The rites aren't all that different from the spells which are taught to Horde warlocks. This merits further investigation. You should head north from here, Rexar. Speak with Gord, the enforcer at the Draenage Blockade. He's been placed in charge of securing shipping lanes for Orgrimmar, and Skull Rock sits right next to his precious dock. I'm certain he'll be interested in picking up where we left off. Yep, there's a cave right up in there. It's not that close. I think it's over here. It's infested with the Burning Blade. We're gonna have to go and call them just a little bit. But before then, we should probably start doing some of these ones. Alright, so we're gonna investigate how this place looks like. We saw how the marshlands look from afar. We're gonna get a closer experience here. And we will also most probably deal with some of the Quillbowers for the first time ever, which is something that I mentioned before. The Quillbowers are, or used to be, the owners of this land before the orcs came. They used to dominate the entire section, really. And even most of Barrens, it's something that escapes most players. The Quillbowers used to be a huge race back before the orcs came. I mean, you have to imagine Kalimdor without the orcs. It used to be pretty much Night Elves. Like, the Night Elves pretty much owned from all the way to the north, all the way to the south of Kalimdor. It's just that most lands weren't really loved by the elves that much. I mean, you have to imagine Desolus, Stone Talon Mountains, maybe Barrens, Zorotar. Like, these lands were too dry and too annoying for the Night Elves to really live here, so they just wouldn't settle. They would just, like, you know, stick to Feralas, and see you can see the path here. So they used to own Darkshore, Fellwood. They would go into Ashenvale, Stone Talon Mountains. It's a little bit in there, but, you know, they would go through Feralas, so a little bit of... No, they wouldn't do Mulgar. They have some places in Desolus. They would go Desolus and then Feralas and a little bit of this. But this whole section, it's where the orcs are now. It's used to be completely empty by the Night Elves, and so because they weren't there, what you would find here instead would be Centaurs and Quillbowers, and that's all you would find. So they used to dominate this entire section, and they used to be very powerful. In fact, there's a lot of stories about the Quillbowers and boars in general. the stories of legends, really. Not the Quillboars necessarily, but their god, the boar god, Agamemnon? I don't remember the name, Agamemnon? Jeez, I don't remember the actual name, but the boar god that they venerate, it has a very rich story, and it's actually very interesting.
What do you want?
The Quillboar are a stain on the land that not even the river can wash away. They told me to evacuate, but I told them that my job was not yet done. MrRhexx! I hate Quillboars so much. Will you help me kill them? Yeah, at this point they're really just a pest. Like, they don't really compare in terms of wit and in terms of might to the orcs. So they just fall really to the blade real easy. But they used to be a big force here in the Barrens. I guess no more. They're very interesting because they have this razor plant magic, where every time you see any encampment of the Quillboars, you see this awesome looking like thorn vines just kind of sprouting around, and that's just how they live. They venerate this kind of thorn magic that they possess. And you can find some of that in the druid, I suppose, that little thorns, those thorns that they can convoke. They kind of do that, but obviously to a bigger extent. But yeah, as I said, they're not really that big of a threat. Most of the Quillboars now reside in Southern Barrens. They have their two biggest cities over there. And the reason they've been doing so good lately, because you see them kind of expanding a lot more than just the Southern Barrens, is because they've been helped by the undead. See, the undead at this point, especially those that still have allegiance to the demons, they're still trying their best to kill as many Horde and Alliance characters as possible. Like that, they're just trying to weaken us as much as they can. So they are using the Quillboar to that extent and to help them accomplish that. So they're helping the Quillboar, and you'll find that in Razorfen Downs, which is their capital city, I would guess. You will see a lot of undeads there, and you will see the connection that I'm talking about. But I think we're done here. Oh. Let's kill this little guy. Cool. I guess we're done here. Killing some Quillboars. Look at this guy. Now that's a real scout. Not like Thunk. That guy can do anything. Okay. Let's go and finish the quest now. See that the Quillboars hang out with the boars. I wonder how weird it must be to be a Quillboar and look at a boar and just be like, that is so me, if I were to stand in four legs. There's really not that much difference outside of the quills.
Yes.
Ragharn appears to have calmed down a bit since your last encounter. Good, good. One step closer to eliminating those beady eye, basket-wearing, hook-nosed, okay, my god. Hunchback, squilling, prickly, no good, gnome-loving, Griach Quillboar. They love gnomes? I didn't know that. I will not rest until they're defeated. Slay them all. Their stinking lairs are to the north or to the southwest. It's just anywhere, man. Just anywhere you see Quillboars, just kill them. I guess it's fine. We can actually do that. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say about them. I really like Aghanim. See, I don't remember the name of it, but their boar god used to be so cool. In fact, many people don't know the entrance to Razorfen Downs, and we'll get to that eventually. I'll be able to show you guys how it looks like in the entrance, but the entrance of Razorfen Downs, which is their capital city, is actually the corpse of their god, which is like mind-blowing. They're literally made their lair inside of their god, and when you enter, now next time you enter, you should definitely be able to see it. Now that I told you, you'll notice that it's literally like a skull. You will notice the skull, you will notice the skeletons, the body, everything. It's pretty cool when you know where it comes from. And see, back then, when the demons invaded Azeroth and the Night Elves were at war with the demons, they summoned all the gods of all the animals. So you had like the owl god, the boar god, the anything really, just the wolf god, all the animal gods that used to roam the lands, and they all fought the demons back then. It was like, that's what you call it, the War of the Ancients, because that's what it was, just ancients. The boar ancient, the wolf ancient, etc., and they all fought the demons. And the mightiest of them all was the boar god, and legends talk about how the boar just like destroyed just so many demons. Just literally, he had like abilities and shit. Like the guy would like take out his squails. Like he would do this like somersault thing, and his squails would just like extend from his body, and he would like they would shoot out of his body and kill like dozens of demons at once. Like it was insane, dude. And eventually he was defeated and killed in Southern Barrens, and that's where the Quillboar made their home, venerating this god. It's so cool, the story of the book. But we're pretty much about done here. Let's just kill the last Reaserman. Here we go. Not too bad, not too bad. Now you guys need to help me out and see if I can, if you guys want me to tame a very specific animal for my hunter here, you guys gotta let me know in advance, because I'll be, so I record 2 episodes a week, and I record them on Monday. So as soon as I upload last week's, I'll usually record next week's. So if you have any suggestions, then be sure to tell me as soon as I upload the video. I should be able to read it on Monday after I upload them, and see if you guys want me to tame a very specific animal, and I'll do it. I mean, there's really no reason not to. As long as it's not rare, because if it's a rare animal, then I don't really want to spend too much time just forever looking for them. And but if there's a very specific animal that you want me to tame, be sure to tell me, and tell me what name you want me to name him. If it's a boar, I'll always name him Hoffer. Hoffer will always be the boar name, and I'll have, as I said, I have a name for the wolves, for the wyverns, for the owls, and for the wolves. But if you want me to catch a very specific animal that is not one of those animals, then let me know what name you want me to put it, and I'll be sure to do that for you.
Something to doing?
You've done well, stranger. I'm sorry you had to see me like that. Thank you for killing the Quillboar, but maybe you should leave before I fly into another one of my rages. Alright, well, we can get some new pants. That's fine by me. And that's gonna be the end of this episode, boys. On the next episode, we'll see if we can finish the marsh line, and we'll probably, I mean, we'll definitely hit level, at least 11 we should be hitting, and we will leave Barrens, Durotar, to go into Barrens. Although most probably I'll show you guys Orgrimmar. We'll walk around a little bit and explore it, and maybe I can tell you guys some of the backstory that Orgrimmar has, and that'll be pretty cool. But anyways, see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye, fellas.